that we do. Because I'll tell you, this is not the norm. There are a lot of schools. I just read one recently about a school in Iowa that has had their entire marching band program canceled. They were voted the #1 marching band in the state. And they've been told there will not be marching band anymore. So these threats to the arts are real. And there's a huge push towards what's called STEM. I think it should be called STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. I think that being in an instrumental ensemble like this teaches children that there's more to life than the individual. How well I do. How well I did. Because what you're hearing up here, yeah, there happen to be about 70 children on this stage right now. But they're all working together for one major accomplishment tonight. And I think that needs to be stressed in our world too. It's not always about me. Sometimes it's about us. And that's what they're proving to you tonight. And I'm so proud of them. The music, I think you've already heard, is a bit more challenging than perhaps you thought you were going to hear tonight. I teased them at one point. I said, don't worry, honey. Your parents think they're having to stop by the store and buy earplugs on their way here. Let them think that. I hope they do. Because I want them to pick up their mouths off the floor when we're done. I also told them that there are not many band directors who would have picked this difficulty level of music for a beginning band. I'm not sure if they want me to apologize for the fact that they didn't get one of those band directors or not, but that's just not me. I don't pick easy music because I want children to step up and rise to the occasion. And this has been challenging for us, right, guys? But I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of everything we've accomplished tonight. There's one more thing that I want them to do for me. And that is, I want you to, if you started on the instrument you're holding in your hand right now, as a beginner, having to learn how to open the case back at the beginning of September, would you please stand up? Parents, the current 5th graders. And I had 2 students who volunteered to come and sit at my table with me, which I thought was wonderful. They were 7th graders. And they said, Miss Cutchin, can we come? And I was like, sure, why not? And it was really interesting because a parent walked up to me and he had been listening to me talk about the starter instruments and different things. And so he said, I'm confused. How do you teach all of those different instruments at the same time? So I turned to one of my students who was there and I said, tell him how we do that. I was curious to see what he would say. Wasn't quite prepared for it, but then I asked for it. He said, oh, well, she just stands up there and does this. And that's how I just stand up there and do this. And this is what happens. I do have so much pride in what they've accomplished in the few short months I've had them. And we only grow from here. This is not the end, this is the beginning. So I'm really, really proud of that. I do have a couple of recognitions I'd like to make. You may have seen in your program that we have some guests with us this evening. Because of the delayed openings, early releases, snow days, we weren't able to get our percussionist for the 6th grade prepared for the concert this evening. And rather than do without percussion altogether, I decided to invite some of my 7th or 8th graders to see if they would come. You have never seen children jump at a chance to play with beginners in all your life. It was great. It was rewarding. So I wanted to recognize in our percussion section, if you just kind of pick up your hand, Reem Punidri. as sixth graders. And then in our tuba section, I think this child was the most eager when I said, would you consider, Izzy Pratico. Izzy, would you, I don't know if you want to stand, but you can wave. There you go. So a special thank you from me and from all of these students for coming tonight, putting forth the extra effort to come and make our program more successful. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have one more recognition.